Hello, hello, welcome on back to another episode of Vanilla Minecraft Let's Play. We are in 16W21B. It is a 1.10 snapshot version, and honestly, I've already recorded this episode once, but it failed on me. I ran into some technical difficulties, so I had been working on that. For some reason, the game audio and my mic audio just was not being recorded anymore. So I had to figure out what the hell was going on with that. Hopefully it should be fixed. I did check it before doing this recording to make sure the audio was actually there. But let's see, where did I put those blocks? Yeah, so 1.10 brings about some new blocks thus far. There are 4 of them. You got the red nether brick, bone blocks, magma blocks, and nether wart blocks. These blocks are very interesting. I'm happy to see new building options here, and I'm going to turn down the music just ever so slightly so it's not as loud as the game, hopefully. Jesus Christ, that was way too loud. Okay. Hopefully it's not too much of a problem now. I'm excited for new blocks. The textures of these blocks, though, are definitely odd. So let's start with the regular old vanilla Minecraft nether brick that we're used to and we know, we love, whatnot. This is the red nether brick variant. This is made with a nether brick items, the ones that you would actually build into the nether brick block itself, plus some nether wart. It's a 2x2 grid, diagonal from each other. So that's what the red nether brick looks like. I'm not the biggest fan of this, only because it seems too saturated in colors compared to this texture. It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't flow. Like, it looks too bright, too vivid for something that came out of the nether to me. Next up, we will do the nether wart blocks. This is a 3x3 of nether wart to craft a block version of it. Kind of reminds me of a modified mushroom texture. This could actually work very well in that mushroom room that we have down below in our base here. I'm not certain this really fits Minecraft, but I'm willing to give it a shot. It definitely feels a little bit more realistic in terms of what Minecraft is compared to this overly saturated red nether brick to me. Oh, by the way, this nether brick block cannot be crafted back into nether wart, so it's not a storage system for nether wart, unfortunately. Next up, we have magma blocks, which are pretty awesome in that it has an animated texture with it. As you can see here, the bits in between the rock are lava and whatnot. It's glowing, it's moving. Guess it'd be magma at this point, wouldn't it? Maybe. So yeah, there is that block. There is something special with this block in that if you stand on it, you take damage as if you were being hit by a cactus or fire damage. It does not, however, destroy blocks. It also does that with mobs and whatnot, so if you wanted to have an automated farm without having to use fall traps or whatever, this can be done. Alternatively, you could have a fall trap where this block would extend, killing them off afterwards, if you so desired, and then like retract maybe to keep them alive, kind of thing. Some interesting mob grinding concepts with this, and since it doesn't destroy items, and hopper minecarts can still work through this as far as I'm aware. You can actually set up a little rail system down below to pick up all the items that get dropped off here in like a 2x2. And the tick damage can be subverted though by the player by shifting over it. Alternatively, if you had the Frost Walker enchantment on your boots, you can get over this as well. So this does naturally spawn in the nether, by the way, down by the lava lakes, normally in veins of 4 per chunk, I think the wiki said. So you can find this out in the wild, but otherwise this is made from magma cubes, magma cream. Next up, we have the bone block, which looks very much white. There's not a whole lot of texture to it. There's a little bit of graying around the edges there. That might just be part of the texture to kind of pseudo give it some 3D depth, maybe? I don't know. It's very plain, looks very white. The top, which I was trying to show you there, but fine, we'll go with this. It has this little bit of a core, kind of like you would notice on a tree of some sort. Have like the outer bark and then like the rings in the middle. I'm going to assume this is meant to be representative of the bone marrow. These blocks also spawn naturally in the wild in the underground. I wanted to say desert only last time I recorded this episode, but I am not entirely certain if it's only just there. But it's on the ground. You can find them there as fossils of creatures. So yeah, is that. There are also some other things that got added that we'll check out here in a moment. Oh, and the preferred weapon on this is axe. Okay. I tried using a pick last time. I got really slow and I got confused. I tried the axe next and it worked just fine. We need it to be night next up, and unfortunately it is not. So I'm going to grab a horse and we'll be out in the desert here in a moment. Alrighty, night has just about fallen on us, and that means we will get mobs spawning out in this area. In fact, there's already an Enderman. Hello, Enderman. Don't know where you came from, but hello. Yeah, so one of the new mobs in 1.10 snapshots thus far are called a husk. We will get to see them here in a moment as soon as one decides to spawn. They are a type of zombie that apparently does not want to spawn right now on cue. If it could, that'd be lovely. Husk? Husk. Husks are very interesting in that they don't burn up in the sun. And they do drop the same type of drops as a regular zombie does. Hello, there's 3 of them. Actually 4 of them. That guy has armor on. Awesome. So we just had a pack of husks spawn. Armor or not, of course. That's what these guys look like. They look pretty interesting. They look like they belong out here in the desert. If they hit you, like I just allowed that one to hit me. The Enderman scared the hell out of me. It gives you hunger for, I think, 20 seconds. Could you hit me again, guy? Thank you. Yeah, 20 seconds, maybe 21 seconds-ish. But yeah, it's giving me hunger for 20 seconds. If these guys actually had an item in their hand, let's see, do one of them pick them up? Oh, you did. Awesome. I will dispose of... How the hell did I hit you with the item? If these guys are wielding an item... That's all I need. Hit me. He does not give you hunger. If he is holding an item, he will not give you hunger, which is a fun little fact about that. So, if you're being chased by one and you're low on food, but you have a bunch of cobblestone and you just came out of mining or whatever, try to see if they will pick up a block. Might help you out in the long run. Alrighty. Is there anything else about these guys? They don't burn in sunlight. They only spawn in the desert. No, that's really about it. That's really all there is about those guys, the husks. The next mob that we want to see is found in Ice Plane Spikes, Ice Plains? And... there's another one I can't remember off the top of my head, but there are 2 mobs there. I don't know if I'll be able to get them both. I know one of them did not want to spawn the first time I tried doing this. The other one, well, it's a nighttime mob, so shouldn't be too much of a problem getting it to spawn. Anyway, we are going to head on over there now, though, and possibly wait for it to be night again, depending how long it takes me to get out there. And we will check them out. I am reminded as I travel through the Nether here that the Enderman can now spawn in the Nether. There is a very rare chance, I think it's like 1 in 115 or something of the sort, Zombie pigmen got an increase in their spawn rates as well as magma cubes, or magma slimes. So yeah, Endermen exist here. They can now freely move netherrack around, so the interdimensional beings are in fact completely interdimensional now. They are in all 3 dimensions that are in the vanilla game. It's very odd. I can't say I'm very happy about that change, but it makes sense. It really does. I think it was Mark. No, was it Mark? I don't remember who mentioned it, but one of the Minecraft devs mentioned at one point that it doesn't make any sense for the Enderman not to be able to spawn here, considering they can travel through dimensions. It's just another dimension, right? So yeah, makes sense. I want to go that way, but I don't know what's out that way. We are almost at the portal, by the way, so I mean I would cut, but I'll pass. Yeah, so Enderman being able to move things in the Nether, I don't know if there's any limitations on what all they can move Nether related. Oh, those are the leftovers from the one I was out here last. Let's dispose of all this elsewhere, shall we? There we go. No! Damn it. Get in the corner. Stay in the corner. There, ready. Here we are, and it is just about midday. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Hello, creeper. Where the hell did you come from? You know what? You go away too, spider. We will have to wait a little bit for things to get dark around here again, and for us to get some spawns from the nighttime. In the meanwhile, I might actually be getting rid of some of the snow to cover here, and trying, hopefully, maybe to get another mob to spawn that it's not exactly a nighttime mob. Oh, zombie despawned over there. Okay. Yeah, see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, it's just about nighttime, and while we are waiting, I figured I would check out one other feature. This is normally on by default. I had turned it off because I'm not a fan of it, but it is the auto jump feature. You essentially go from one block to another without having to press spacebar. It's, as far as I'm aware, meant to be a disability thing, as far as I'm aware. Could be wrong on that. Yeah, so normally you press space to jump, right? And it gets annoying sometimes, I guess, depending on the person. So, auto jump feature allows you to do it automatically. This was in, I think, Pocket Edition or something. And they brought it over to the PC version. I'm not a huge fan of it. It actually fails for blocks like this, where you can actually normally jump up here. It doesn't work. For trap doors that are lowered, one on the bottom half of the block above, that you can normally still jump on, it doesn't work for that either. So it's a bit weird of a weird thing, if you will. Going up mountain edges and whatnot, it still kind of catches you a bit. Not the biggest fan. When sprinting with it as well, you can actually get caught up on the edge of the block ever so slightly, like I just did there, interrupting your sprint, so you'd have to resprint. So not the biggest fan of it. It has the same kind of issues that Sky Saga's automatic going up a block thing does. The predictability of it is not the greatest. And in fact, if I was to put myself in a couple block hole here, as you can see, if I want to walk through this gap perfectly, just without jumping, it's kind of hard to. Like, it always wants me to jump. So, I'm going to be leaving that off and accidentally hit the wrong button. Is the other thing I'm going to be doing with that. I will accidentally hit the wrong button. My bad. I will be leaving it off for now. Maybe we'll take another look at it sometime in the future, but it is under controls if you want to disable it or perhaps re-enable it. It's very useful there. Yeah, it makes sense. It took me a moment to figure out where it was, but Wasn't too hard to find. Now, since it is night around here, we should start getting some mobs around here to spawn. Hello, you are actually what I'm looking for right now. You are called... Not a husk, you are called... I am needing to look this up really quick. You are called a stray, right. Strays are a biome-specific mob that spawns here. They can drop arrows of slowness, and they will hit you with an arrow of slowness every time. It gives you 30 seconds of slowness here, and I'm still trying to dodge the arrows as best as I can here, but can only do so much, right? Well, come on. Yeah, so these guys are interesting in that they, just like the husks, they definitely look like they belong here. They look like they were wearing some clothing or whatnot when they died, or whatever the story origin, or the origin story is, rather, of the stray here. They act like a regular skeleton. The drops are the same, but like I said, they also have that 50% chance of dropping a slowness arrow, and let's kill him off and see if we can get one. We got one, actually. Yeah, arrow of slowness right here. 15% decreased speed for 11 seconds. Yeah. The arrows apparently do not last as long as them hitting you with it, so that's interesting. But if you ever needed arrows of slowness for whatever purpose, you could create a stray skeleton farm out here and get them that way. They do spawn where the skylight display here underneath light. You got the biome light and local difficulty. The light level of the sky has to be 8 or greater, I believe. Same with the husks. So that'll prevent them from spawning in caves in the same biome type. Which is an interesting concept. But so be it. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? There are some other changes, like there is an ability tag for armor stands not to obey gravity, so you could actually have them floating in the air. That tag has been expanded upon all entities, so you could have floating boats, etc., stuff like that, which would be interesting to see in custom worlds. Hello, zombie, go away. I'm trying to talk here and do things. Well, but under attack here by all of these zombies. Any more? Any more? Are we good? Can I continue? Looks like I can continue. There are also some changes to world generation, which I don't even know where to begin to find some new terrain around here. I could probably keep heading north, because I'm pretty sure once I hit X7000, it'd be out of the pre-generated chunks I have. But I don't want to travel another 3,000 blocks to the north. So we'll just go over some of the details here. Plains and sunflower plains, so biomes like this, but the non-ice variant, can grow trees in them in 5% of its chunks-ish, roughly. Both of them can have trees, the plains and sunflower plains. The ice plains, ice mountains, and ice plain spikes have a lower chance of spawning passive mobs during world generation than other biomes. It used to be when a chunk got generated and a biome was, you know, picked, whatever, it doesn't matter what type it was already a 10% chance that neutral mobs, sheep, pigs, cows, etc., would already exist in there. The ice-based places got a decreased chance of 3%. I'm not sure I'm happy with that change, but I could see why. There's less vegetation here, generally, for cows and sheep and even chickens to eat. You know, the grass and seeds and whatnot, that'd be possible. So I could see there being less of them more often. That was a bit of a backward sentence. Less of them, just in general, in a biome than other ones where it might be a little more feasible to do it. But I think if they were to keep it like that, extreme hills biomes probably should have less cows and sheep. Maybe not pigs, because pigs will eat anything, and I'm sure they could find some dirt or something, you know, whatnot. Chickens might have a bit of an issue, so maybe only pigs should be able to spawn more often in a extreme hills biome rather than anything else. Who knows? That's just my thoughts on it. Abandoned mine shafts can also spawn in the mesa biome, along with villages, as far as I'm aware. The mine shafts that can spawn in a mesa biome can spawn above ground with an opening above ground. They spawn more gold, from what I was understanding, but maybe that's wrong. I'm so glad I have an infinity bow right now because just mobs everywhere. I probably should have actually brought a bed. Okay, that was mob. Yeah, villages are no longer confined to biomes either. They can spawn into restricted, invalid biomes. But they are also able to be spawned in a new biome, the taiga. It's interesting. So yeah, some new things to see and do out in the world. Another thing we have not yet seen either, which they added in, I think, at 1.9 was igloos. We have not seen one yet. So maybe we need to do that at some point and go find one. Let's see, what else? What else? I got nothing. Nothing really else, nothing too major to note of anyway. That sounds so like it's played, even though you walk in and out of the portal. Good to know. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's just a brief look into 1.10 snapshots, at least for now. We'll have to maybe take a closer look at the other blocks and things we can do with them at some point in the future. But for now, that'll be it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Until next time, as always, take it easy.